Hello students, how are you all? Hope you are safe at home. Student, today we will going to learn GK unit number 17 find out. So now let's learn in detail about our topic. Butterfly. B U T T E R F L Y. So here we can see how caterpillar become a butterfly. First we can see egg, then it being a caterpillar, then cyresis, then adult emerges and then adult. So here we can also see how caterpillar become a butterfly. So one day the caterpillar stopped eating, hangs upside down from a twig or leaf, and spin itself a silky cocoon and molds into a shiny seriously, and within its protective cations, the caterpillar radically transform its body, eventually emerging as a butterfly or moth. So caterpillar is become a butterfly. Here we can find also the cycle of butterfly. It become a caterpillar. It become a butterfly. So caterpillar turns into a butterfly. So children's one day caterpillar turns into a butterfly. So now next turtle. So here we can see a photograph of turtle. So turtle dig hole in the soil and lay its eggs there. So Turtle, turtle. In the mid Atlantic region, female snapping turtles will leave the water to lay their eggs in late May and early June. Time is late May and early June. The female turtles may walk a miles or more away from the water to find a suitable nesting site, and once she finds a good stop, she will dig a hole with her back leg. So turtles dig a hole to lay eggs, dig a hole in the soil and lay eggs there. So female turtle is lay their eggs in late May and early June, and the female turtles may walk a miles or more away from the water to find a suitable nesting site. Once she finds a good spot, she will dig a hole with her back leg. And in mid-Atlantic region, female snapping turtles will leave the water to lay their eggs. So turtle lay eggs and dig a hole in the soil to lay its egg. Then next, cow, cow. So here we can see a photograph of cow, and you all are familiar with cow. Cow give us to milk. Cow has a four leg, two ear, two eye, one tail, and also cow give us to milk. And most importantly, cow dung is most importantly uh, good for soil and also for good for gardening. So cow dung is also a good part for a gardening, and cow dung mature 100% natural and organic fertilizer, and it is nutrient rich and serves as an excellent medium for growing plants, and it is contains beneficial bacteria that promote soil fertility and boost plant growth. So cow cow dung that falls on the ground is good for a soil, and cow dung is also good for in a gardening and also in a farming. So, growing plants is also a most depending on that dung that falls on the ground, and it is good for soil. So, cow dung is also a organic fertilizer, and it is a nutritic rich. It serves as an excellent medium for growing plants, and it contains beneficial bacteria that promote soil fertility and boost plant. So cow dung is a very important for gardening and also a soil fertilizer. So childrens, you all are understand about a cow and how useful cow dung. So now next, it's a aquarium. So here we can see where we keep fish. It called aquarium. So an aquarium, the place where fish are kept, is known as aquarium. 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 So an aquarium, plural aquarium or aquaria, is vivarium of any size having at last one transparent side in which aquatic plants or animals are kept and displayed. Fish keepers use aquaria to keep fish and invertebrates, amphibians, and aquatic reptiles such as turtles and aquatic plants. So, aquarium is the place where are kept is known as fish place where we kept fish in there. So the aquarium is a vivarium of any size and having at last one transparent side in which aquatic plants or animals are kept. Showfish keepers use aquaria to keep fish, invertebrates, and amphibians and aquatic reptiles. So, children, you all are understand how where we kept fish. So now next, spider, spider. Spider. Here we can see a photograph of spider, and the spider have eight legs, and they have more legs and different body parts and then insects, and they also don't move around in the same way insects do. So, the spiders are in the archaeans class, but not all archaeans and spiders. Most spiders use a web to catch their prey, and which is usually insect. So, they have more legs. Spider have 8 legs and different body parts than insects. Many other insects and spider have a different body parts, and they also don't move around in the same way insects do. So the spiders are in the archangel class, but not all Archeans are spiders. Most spiders use a web to catch their prey. So spider have 8 legs, and also a spider is make a web to catch their prey, and it is a usually insect. So childrens, you all are understand about spider. So now next, bears. 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 So here we can see types of bears. These are Asian black bears, North American black bears, panda, then brown bears, sun bears, then spectaclar bears, polar bears, and south bears. So here we can find there are various types of 8 species of bears, and here we can see different types of bears live in a different place. So there are 8 species: Asiatic black bears, also called as moon bears, and brown bears, which is include grizzly bears, giant pandas, North American black bears, polar bears, and south bears, seplected bears, also called as Andean bears, and sun bears. On average, bears can live up to 25 years in the wild and 50 in a captivity. So, South grizzly and the polars are different kinds of bears. So, there are 8 types of bears, and these are Asiatic black bears, also called as moon bears, brown bears, which is include a grizzly bears, giant panda, North American black bears, polar bears, south bears, spectacled bears, also called Andean bears, and sun bears. On average, bears can live up to 25 years in the wild and 50 in the captivity. And also, bears are an omnivorous animals because they eat both plants and also a flesh of other animals. So that's why bears are an omnivorous animal. So now next, tadpole. So here we can see how tadpole is become an frog. So a tadpole grows into a frog. During a metamorphosis, the tadpole will develop back leg first, when the front legs and the tadpoles turn into a froglets, and the body strings and the legs from the froglet's tail strings, the lungs develop and the back legs grown, and when they have a frog. So growing pains once hatched, tadpole takes about 14 weeks to transform into a tiny frogs. Toad tadpole take a little bit longer, becoming toadlets. After about 2 months, they develop a back legs first, then front leg, while the tadpole's tail shrinks and the body become a less rounded. So tadpole is a metamorphosis, and tadpole is leved up a back leg first, and the tadpoles turn into a front legs, and the body strings and legs from the froglet's tail creaks, and lungs develop, and the back legs grow, and then we have a frog. Growing pains, once hatched tadpole take about 14 weeks to transform into tiny frog. Toadpole take a little bit longer, becoming a toadlets after about 2 months. They develop a back leg first, then front leg, while the tadpole's tail shrinks and the body become less rounded. So, tadpole is a grown into a frog. So now next, Cuckoo. So here we can see a photograph of Cuckoo. Here we can see a photograph of Cuckoo. It is a black in a color, red eyes. The cuckoos are a family of a bird. Cuculides, the shoal taxon in the order Cucliformes, and the cuckoos feed on insects, larvae, and the variety of other animals as well as fruit. Some species are broad plastics and laying their eggs in nests of other species. But the majority of species raise their own young. So the cuckoo lays egg in other birds' nest, and the cuckoos are a family of the bird that called cuclides, and the cuckoos feed on insects and then variety of other animals as well as of fruit. And some species are broad plastics laying their eggs in the nest of animal other bird, and some of but majority of species raise their own young. So cuckoo is the bird and they lay eggs in other birds nest. So children, you all are understand about cuckoo. So now next, ostrich. So here we can see a photograph of ostrich. Ostrich is a flightless bird and a bird, and also ostrich have a long neck and long leg. Ostrich can run very fast but can't fly. Ostriches are flightless bird. The common ostrich are simply ostrich, a species of a large flightless bird native to certain large areas of Africa. It is one of the two extinct species of ostrich and the only living members of genus Strothio in the ratite order of birds. So, an ostrich is a flightless bird. Ostrich is a flightless bird and can run very fast than any other bird. Ostriches have a long neck, and male ostriches are brown and black in a color, and female ostriches are in a brown color, and female ostriches lay eggs on a ground. So in Africa we find mostly in ostrich we find in Africa. Then next, snakes. So here we can see a photograph of snake. Snakes. Snake. Snakes are a scary animals. Animals that crawl on the grounds are known as snakes. Snakes are elongated, legless, carnivorous reptiles of the suborders scarped. Many species of snakes have a skull with several more joints than their lizard encroaches, enabling them to swallow prey much larger than their heads, which their highly mobile jaw. So snakes are crawl on the ground, and it's a very scary animals. So children, you all are understand about snake. So in today's lecture we learn about different types of find out. So we learn about first we learn about a butterfly. So how the caterpillar turns into butterfly. It here we can see a cycle of a caterpillar. It turns into a butterfly. Then we learn about turtles. So a turtle dig a hole in a soil and lay its egg there. Then we learn about a cow. So the cow dung that falls on the ground is good for a soil and also a gardening and farming. Then we learn about aquarium. So the place where fish are kept is known as an aquarium. Then we learn about spider. So spider have 8 legs and live in a web. Then we learn about bears. So here we can see different types of bears, and these are different colors and also different name. Then we learn about how tadpole grow into a frog. Then we learn about a cuckoo. So, cuckoo is the bird that lay eggs in the other bird's nest. And then we learn about the ostrich. So, ostrich is a flightless bird and can run very fast. Then we learn about snake. So, the animals crawl on the grounds are known as a snake. So, children, in today's lecture, we learn about different types of things. So, now we are going to learn exercise. Unit number 17, find out. Choose the correct answer to fill in the blank. So, children, you all are right with me. A caterpillar turns into a blank. So caterpillar turns into, here we can see also photograph of caterpillar turns into a butterfly. So you all are right with me. So caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Then number 2, a blank digs a hole in the soil and lay its eggs there. Who lay eggs and dig hole in the ground? So it's a turtle. Turtle. Turtle digs a hole in the soil and lay its egg there. Now number 3, cow blanks that fall on the ground is good for the soil. So cow dig. Cow dung. So dung. Cow dungs that falls in the ground is good for soil. So cow dung is good for soil and also a gardening. Now number 4, a place where fish are kept is known as. So where we kept fish, so it's known as aquarium. 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 So aquarium is the place where we kept fish. Okay, now number 5. You all are right with me. No, number 5. A blank has a 8 leg. So who has a 8 leg? So the spider has a 8 leg. Spider. Spider has a 8 legs. Now number 6, sloth, grizzly and the polar are all different kinds of. It's all different kinds of bears. Bears. So these all are a different kind of bears. Then number 7, scaly animals that crawl on the ground are known as. So it's known as snakes. 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 Okay, very good. Now number 8, a blank's grown into a frog. So, what is a grown into a frog? It's a tadpole. 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 Tadpole is grown into a frog. Okay, now number 9. The blank lays eggs is other bird's nest. Who lays egg in other bird's nest? So it's a cuckoo. Cuckoo. Cuckoo lays egg in other bird's nest. Okay, very good. Now number 10 and last, and blank is flightless bird. So here we can see a photograph of ostrich. So ostrich is a flightless bird. Ostrich. Ostrich is a flightless bird. Okay, very good. So, children, you all are enjoy. Very good. Hope you all are learn and enjoy this lecture. So, students, I will see you next time. And also, students, don't forget to wash your hand regularly. Eat healthy food. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you, students.